I am. Okay, hi. Sorry, it took me a second. My computer didn't want to move very quickly. How's everyone doing? Hi. Let me see who we have here. There we go. All right. Hi, Maps Cat. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, LER. Hey, Angels Monka 95. Hey, Rarely Care. Hi, Tiffany. Hey, Mama 3. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope well. I am exhausted. I'm going to go to sleep right after this live stream. I just wanted to come on though and stream real quick because I wanted to do it earlier, but I don't know, shit happened. Then I got lazy, and here we are. And I didn't really have much of an idea of shit to stream about earlier, anyways. But then I got a good idea. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hey, Poodlerific, how you been? So yeah, I've been trying to play catch up too on social media from the past couple of days, and I'm aware of the website. I myself am looking into the website right now. I don't really know how much I can find out though, since it does look like they're using a registrant, the domain name register or whatever, as like, I don't know, contact info or whatever. So I don't really know what more I can find out, but I'll see what I can do. But yeah, it's some highly suspect shit. And what I find more the most suspicious is that this person that she claims is behind it, this attorney, who are you talking to? Me or the dog? Oh, this attorney has made no mention or reference of this lawsuit or this like attempted class action or anything. She's made from what I've seen, she's made no mention of this anywhere. It's almost like she doesn't even know she's a part of it. But Katie knows that she's a part of it. I don't know. The whole thing seems weird. And then, yeah, I gotta say, another thing that kind of caught me off guard or kind of made me suspicious was at the bottom of the website, if you scroll all the way down, there's a little copyright symbol. And it says victims or whatever, the IBLP or whatever. I'm kind of curious what the fuck they're copywriting. I mean, are they copywriting the name victims of IBLP? I mean, I don't know. It just seemed very strange to me. Are they copywriting the idea of this website? What is it they're copywriting? I don't understand. It's so weird. And I can't find any copyright registration or anything regarding this website. It's almost like someone made up the website and then just went into the emoji icon or whatever of their keyboard settings and just looked for the copyright symbol and put it right there. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, and also too, what I found also really suspicious is the way they're breaking down what to write, what kind of information to give them, what to answer, what they want to know. And I get that you want to get to the specifics. You want to just cut through the chase and see who might, if you're really trying to do a class action, you want to see who might be eligible and who may not be. You don't want to waste your time on cases or subjects that won't meet the eligibility requirements. I get that. But I also feel like that's more of a personal conversation, because an answer from one case may fail to meet eligibility, where the same answer in a different case with different variables might possibly meet those requirements. I don't know. I feel like it's a very broad, open public question for such specific. I don't know. I can't think of that word now. Specifics, we'll just say. And it really just does seem like that. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a professional behind this at all. It seems like that there's an ulterior motive. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's Katie's motive. I don't know if Katie's behind it. I have no fucking clue. But it's suspect that she's behind it, since she's the one pushing it, since she's the one who's trying to tie these bigger names or whatever to it, when nobody else, and even these bigger names themselves, are not trying to do that. And hell, man, she's done this shit before. So but maybe not in the form of a website, but then again, maybe so. I mean, her own website, I think possibly, but um, I mean, she's run like giveaways or whatever where people had to sign up with their email address, and that's the thing. You can find out a lot about a person if you have their email address. Um, just by their username, their handle from their email address. Like everyone knows this. This is very public already, so I don't care giving an example. But like everyone knows that one of my usernames or handles or whatever through the years, like many years since almost since the beginning of my time on the internet, one of the names I've used is Slayer Utica. Well, if you look up Slayer Utica, you're going to find a lot of shit under Slayer Utica. And I think all of maybe mine, if not most, you know, um, and that will lead you to my name, to my address, to my family's information, to all kinds of shit, my past jobs, my past addresses, my phone number. It'll lead you to all kinds of shit. And yeah, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but everyone already knows this, I think. So by finding in ways to get people to hand over their email address, because this is something that you can regularly find on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. There's something that they have to make public on these platforms. But nobody thinks that they're making it public by submitting it through these submission forms on websites like this, but they are. They're handing that information over. And I think that that's by and large what Katie wants is the email addresses so she can just fucking snoop on people for whatever reason. And I think that that's what this website is too. Is for whatever reason they want to be able to do this, and they want to tie these experiences to these email addresses. So I'm going to urge people that if you want to, just I don't know, look all caution, just stare it down or just ignore it, just go with the website and put your information and shit in there. I'm going to urge you to make a completely generic email address, on one of the common servers like Gmail, for example, and don't even you pick one out. Just pick a name like, I don't know, Jennifer. Like Jennifer's a common name. So when you go to type in, what you want your email address to be, just type in Jennifer and then wait and see what Google gives up you, because you're going to see Jennifer is taken. And then Google is going to give you other suggestions that are available. Just pick one of them, because there'll probably be Jennifer with a shitload of numbers after it. That's about as generic as you can get. No one's going to be able to trace any of your own personal information to such an email address. So, if you're going to just look all caution or to the wind or whatever, and you're going to fill out the submission form and send it in, I urge you to do that. Do not put down a legitimate, real email address for you, because you'd be surprised what you can find out just from that alone. So I hope that helps. I don't know. Hey, Sassy Nuts, member for 25 months. Holy shit. Hi, peeps. Hi. Wow, dude, that's over 2 years. Holy shit. And it's funny, though, that this is now coming to light how there's a member here for 25 months, because one of the videos I'm going to be playing is one of my old videos from like 2 years ago. It's cringy as fuck. I don't like how I look. I gotta say, maybe the jokes aren't so bad, but like they didn't age poorly anyways. But I look like shit. Well, no one has a class action lawsuit right now, Jujubee, but I think that Katie is trying to, or at least give the impression that one is attempting to be orchestrated. Here, I'll pull up the website and show you guys. As soon as my computer stops giving me the pinwheel. Fuck you, pinwheel. I keep hitting the microphone, so if you hear a sharp noise, that's what it is. My nail keeps hitting it. I apologize. I moved it, and I'm not used to where it is now. Come on. Thank you. ABLP. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Got it. All right. So let me share this and show you what it is. The name of the website is just victimsofiblp.com. I mean, it's kind of generic, actually. And in fact, wow. So when I click to share, to present, and it comes up, the box comes up, and Chrome tab, and it has a listing of the Chrome tabs. The Chrome tab that this is, it just says your site title. That's what it says. And then when I click on it, and it'll come up. I don't know. Oh, you can't see it. I haven't see. Okay. Let me see if you can see that drop down menu. Oh, you can't see it. All right. So if you type in victimsofiblp.com in your web browser, when it loads, just take your mouse and scroll up to the tab, and there's like a little gray cube icon on your tab for the site. Just let your mouse hover over that cube, and you're going to get a little drop down window that comes up, and it says your site title, Victims of IBLP. That's what it says. That's so weird. I don't know why it says your site title. I don't get it. But anyway. Okay, so this is what we have. Are you a victim of IBLP? Why isn't it of the IBLP? Why is it IBLP? I don't know. And that doesn't look like an adequate space there. I don't know. Or Bill Gothard. Have you experienced unpaid labor, child labor, or domestic servitude through IBLP? Were you essayed or are by Bill Gothard or other IBLP staff members? Did you experience other abuses while at an IBLP training center? This website is run by a group of survivors working together to create change. Please feel free to connect. Okay, so then when you click on connect, I have to share screen again. I shouldn't bitch. I like it when you click on things and it doesn't open up in that same tab. It then goes and opens up in another tab. I do like that. Shouldn't bitch, but it's annoying right now. Okay. Connect. So this is what comes up when you hit connect. There's more, I assure you. There we go. Okay, please share as much information as you feel comfortable, and someone will send you an email with more information on the next step being collectively taken. Here's what I want to know. I want to know who's screening these emails, who's collectively taking this information, who's behind whatever steps will be taken next. Where would these steps be taken? Will it be in a court of law? Will it be on social media? And if it's in a court of law, what court would that be? What are these? If it is in a court of law, in a specific court of law, what actions exactly will be taken? And against whom and how? There's so many things that are uninformed here. Like, who's paying for this? And what's the goal here? And what's the threshold for people you will include in this and those you will not? Anyway, so scrolling down, name required. Okay, please share as much information as you feel comfortable. Name required. Email required. State and location where abuse happened required. General description of forced labor, domestic servitude, or other abuse experienced at IBLP. General description. General category of SA and whether there was a criminal conviction. Not graphic detail or legal terminology, but just very general, like whether explicit contact happened with private areas, over clothes or under, and what kind of, if any, penetration happened. But, nothing in graphic detail and general description. But please tell me these specific things. Date of last event experience. Please list by state, year, and approximate month, but general. Were you a minor or adult or both? Additional information you'd like us to know, optional. Oh, that's optional. Okay. See that right down here, though, at the bottom left. See, it says victims of IBLP, and then copyright, victims of IBLP 2023. What is copywritten? It's really bothering me. I want to know what the fuck the copyright symbol is there for. Why is it there? That's what I want to know. Like, I really, really want to know. All right, so scrolling down, just some dumbass picture. IBLP and Bill Gothard in the media. You can learn about Shiny Happy People, Recovering Grace, and Medium. 3 former plaintiffs respond to the Institute in Basic Life Principles. Former plaintiffs for what? And then a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I don't know about you, but I kind of take issue with them using this Martin Luther King Jr. quote. Like, I don't know, maybe I would take issue with any quote by him, but this one in particular I do, because yeah, there may be an injustice, and there may be a network of mutuality, but I mean, especially when you think that Martin Luther King Jr. was speaking on behalf of racism and speaking on behalf of what it's like to face discrimination and just racial hate and hate crimes and all that. And then you think that and sure, women in this cult face a lot of these same thing, or a lot of issues and stuff, and discrimination and stuff, but I don't think it's the same. And I'm saying this as a woman. I don't think it's the same. And it bothers me that whoever it is trying to tie the two together. And there's only one person I can think who's just really kind of crass enough to do that. And again, here we have the fucking copyright symbol. But yeah, I want to click on this. What is this? Wait. These aren't even links? Wait, that's a link. That's not a link? Medium's not a link. This is a link. Why isn't Medium a link? Okay, let's see here. Why wasn't this made into a link? This doesn't make sense. And Squarespace? What? So did whoever it is that made this website, did they make it on Squarespace, I'm guessing? Yeah, that wasn't made into a link. Why the fuck wasn't that? I don't, it's bothering me. I want to know why that's on a link. But the other ones are. Okay, let me see one more thing. Why isn't that coming up? There we go. Can you guys see this when that comes up? No, I guess you can't. Okay, that's weird. All right. All right, I'll go through that later. I'm gonna look at it more. So yeah, why is it Medium a link? Are we supposed to just go to Medium and try to find the story? Are we supposed to just search Medium for 3 former plaintiffs respond to the Institute in Basic Life Principles? Plaintiffs for what? I want to know these answers. I really want to know. I want to search Medium real quick. Three former plaintiffs respond to IBLP. Okay, we have something here. All right, so this is when I type in, this is the first search result. 3 former plaintiffs respond to the Institute on Basic Life Principles. From February 5th, 2022, from Frosty Rach. The following statement was posted on IBLP's website January 29th, 2022. The personal joint response of 3 former plaintiffs, Rachel Frost, Sherry Barker, and Rachel Lees, are interspersed within the sections below. IBLP wrote, understanding we live in a world with 24-hour news and social media. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to get into this much right now. I'll put the link and shit in the description and in the chat here real quick. I want to see who Frosty Rach is, though. 38 followers. Why isn't she following anyone? Yeah, she's not following anyone. That's weird. Oh, no, she's following 2 people. Okay. What other shit has she written? That's it? Okay. All right. I'm done with this. I'm done with that rabbit hole for now. I'll look more into it later. So let me. Put this in chat. And then we're going to move on to the whole point of my stream. All right. There you go. If you guys want to check it out, go for it. Anyway, I'm done with this for now. I'm now going to, in the spirit of continuing with my stream from the other night where we watched the Matt Bear interview on Sherelle's World from 3 years ago, I wanted to just real quick look at a video where it highlighting and showcasing what went down. Well, not all of what went down between Katie and Amber, but I think like the worst part of it. Katie, shared the audio that she shared. And I don't fault her for that. I mean, sure, a lot of people will look at it as unethical or immoral or whatever. But you know what? When it comes to, if your interest is getting information out there, whether you're an actual genuine reporter or not, I'm not going to fault you for putting information out there. And that's what she did. I mean, she didn't break any laws or anything like that. So, I mean, I don't think she did anything wrong per se. It was still kind of a shitty thing she did to Amber. I mean, she had every right to do it, I guess, but still kind of a shitty thing to do to Amber. So then on top of that, to then lie on Amber, take something Amber said and lie and say that she said something completely different and try to get her thrown in jail for it. That's kind of what makes everything that much more fucked up. And I'm going to show you exactly what that is. Hey, keeping it real with Lefty, what's new? Nothing's new with me. What's new with you? Hey, Mom is the boss. Hey, Jujubee. Hey, Pollywog Dog. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Sally Godfrey. Dirty Uncle Sal, what's up? Hey, John. Mousy Files. Hey, I love weekends. Oh, the site was edited within the last few hours. RG's name and Zoom meeting has been removed. You don't fucking say. Wonder how that happened. It's almost like she got wind that her name and this Zoom call was being advertised on this website, and she knew nothing about it, had nothing to do with it, and she took steps to make sure that it was removed, right? That's what it looks like. Boy, I bet no one saw that coming. Hey, Stacey Nas. Hey, Kara. How you doing, Kara? I hope you're doing well. Do I really say your name with disgust? I'm sorry, really care. I don't mean to. I don't hate you. I rarely care. I'm sorry. I'll make a conscious effort to not do that. I'm sorry. Hey, Tiffany. Okay. Right back down the end. Hey, Lisa, just Lisa. Okay, so, like I said, what happened was after the audio clips and all that was shared, Amber Portwood did an Instagram live where she called out Katie Joy. And she said, I know you made a lot of money off of my audio tapes or whatever. Well, and then she corrected herself. She said, well, it's a lot of money to you anyways, because, you ain't got a fucking job, Well, she didn't say it like that, but that's basically what she said. And then she said, yeah, and I know you don't have a job. I know your email. I know where you live. We had to find that out so you can get what you're going to get for court purposes. I think she started to say that, and then she realized how it was sounding. So she emphasized that that's why she was saying it, why she meant it. And then she even went as far as to say it's not for anything else. It's just for that. Katie then took that, and Katie then claims to have heard Amber say that Amber was going to hop on a plane and fly to Minnesota and find her. It's the strangest thing. So then Katie then takes this video, submits it to the DA for the municipality or whatever where Amber Portwood's probation was through, because Katie Joy was attempting to get Amber Portwood's probation revoked and her thrown in jail for making threats or whatever. As if the reason why, you get your probation revoked after showing up to court, and usually you have to violate some sort of agreement with the court. You have to continue to do what landed you on probation to begin with. Or that's about it. You can get charged for a separate and different crime in a completely separate circumstance and situation, and then be sentenced or be whatever for that crime, and that sentence be taking into consideration the fact that you are already on probation. But you don't get your probation revoked by the entity that put you on probation because you did this separate, completely, totally separate thing over here. Like, that's not how this shit works. At least I don't believe it is. I never heard of it working like that. Again, not a legal expert. But anyways, let me show you what I mean. And now, again, I tried to find like the original videos for these, and I know I can find them. They're somewhere, but it's going to take a long fucking time, and I don't want to do that. All the pertinent parts that I want to play are already on my channel. So I'm just going to play this older video of mine. And like I said, I don't like how I look, but I don't mind the joke so much. So we'll play it. So the video I'm playing here is from February 20th, 2021. And it's titled Flashback Files, Amber Portwood and Katie Joy. And it was an entitlement translator video. It's right when I first started. Like, I was a couple months into the translator video, so take that into consideration. Anyways, entitlement translator brings us back to Amber Portwood without a crystal ball and the mythical Instagram threats. Yeah, I like that. I like that I worded it like that. Yeah, I didn't put any links to any videos in here. God damn it. I got to do that more often. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Wait. Damn it, no. Oh, okay. It's the old intro. All right. So Amber Portwood, part 1.
This is a stream I have been thinking about for a couple days and was like, do I do this? Do I not do this?
Oh, who am I kidding? I knew all along I was going to make this video.
Stressful few days for
The thing on my head, Katie, this was not this video here, but at the time I did this video, Katie was in her headband wearing phase. I didn't have any headbands though. So I used a mask because, you know, it was February 2021. So I still had a shitload of face masks around. So that's what I used. I cooked the mask around my ears and then I just put it up on my head. That's why it looks kind of weird.
for me, extremely stressful for me. And of some lives that Amber Portwood did about me on Instagram to more than 3,000 people.
See, look at that fucking, she's loving this. She says, I was thinking, do I do this stream? Do I not do this stream? She knew all along she was going to do the stream. In fact, as soon as she heard Amber talking about her, she was already plotting the stream. She wasn't contemplating whether or not to do it. She was figuring out, how do I want to put this out there? I'm not really happy about this, and I'm not really smiling.
You know, I should expect as part of a job in reporting, I have dealt with a lot of people that have been upset with things that I have shared or things that I've reported. I have had several, you know, people that who I've reported on threatened to sue me, and media is protected under the First Amendment.
I don't just have freedom of speech, I also have freedom of the press. So that's not just a freedom, that's like a freedom with an extra life.
The teen mom fan base is different. I would say much different. People are relentless. There is a lot of toxic bullying on this world.
Which means this community kind of fits me like a glove.
And on this page, I talk a lot about not blindly following me just because I do what I do. I hope if I was doing something, that you would call me out and say like, hey, I don't really appreciate that. What I was reporting on was a story related to Amber Portwood. And to be honest, I wasn't doing coverage related to Teen Mom until Janelle Eason lost her children briefly to CPS because I am an advocate for children.
Unless they're, I'm going to pause that for a second here and give you all a chance to laugh your asses off at that statement. So this way you don't miss anything, and then I'll resume it. So, yeah, she's an advocate for children. Okay. They're brat.
What it's like to be consistently abuse children.
Well, unless they're a brat.
What it's like to be consistently abused by your perpetrator online and through friends. Hell, Tati Westbrook sent me a cease and desist letter because I wrote an article about the properties of her vitamins and what harm these specific properties could do to you if you took too much of it, and how it's not scientifically proven. And I got letters from her basically claiming that they had a PubMed article that said that, so I couldn't say that, and it wasn't true, and I never took things down. And you know, it's you kind of learn to weather the storm. I've had to get really good at understanding like what I can say, what I can't say, how to say things, how to correct things. I learned so much about the legal components of libel, defamation. And I know firsthand what is. Okay, I just want to remind you guys that though I made this video and uploaded it February 20, 2021, her video that I included here with her blonde hair, this was before Tati ever served her. This was back in like early 2020, like maybe even late 2019. Okay. So just, I want to, in case anyone's confused or whatever looking at this, I want to just, you know, fill that in. What I can do and what I can't do. And I always balance those thoughts before I ever release things. And I don't want to get sued. I don't want to put out things that could potentially harm someone. What came to me over the course of several months was a lot of audio. I was trusted because of my advocacy and what I've done with providing people a platform. Amber Portwood isn't my first time I've tried to help people. I'm just trying to help. I can't believe that she's not more appreciative of my help.
I don't think anyone wanted us to be here today. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted this to be the story.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not complaining.
And so then I put it out, and then that got Amber upset, and she didn't like that. She didn't like some of the statements I made that were my opinions, and which then prompted Amber to go on multiple Instagram lives. She went live on Sunday night for hours talking about me, threatening me, talking about flying to Minnesota, taking me down, just intimidating me, telling me that I was lying, that I was being untruthful. And really all the information I put out was just what was provided to me, and then my narrative provided by the source. And then there you go.
That's not true. And literally you make a lot.
I want to remind you too, this clip here, this is from Katie's actual video. Katie in her video here is playing Amber's Instagram clip. She just said the things that she said, and now she's playing Amber's Instagram clip.
Money off of clicks. And for you, honey, it's a lot of money. Because you don't have a job. I know you don't have a job. I know your email. I know your address, because we had to get that for court reasons. And all types of things like that. Not for anything else. I wasn't the one that got it anyway. Like court things, court reasons, so you can get what you're getting. Also, you know, I just think that you got yourself into a situation with, you know, with something that you can't handle.
So she said, I know where you live. She's threatening me. And she's threatening me by intimidation.
I barely sleep at night because of this. I mean, literally, I'm trying to move forward, and it seems like there's a whole team of people that just want to abuse me over and over and over again because they are bitter.
So she just claimed there that I'm abusing her, which I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. I just lied and said that she was talking about me for hours, and she threatened me, and she threatened to fly to Minnesota to take me down. I mean, that's not abuse, though.
I promise you, I'm not abusing her. I've never made any threats to her.
Okay. See, that part right there always killed me. Like, Amber said a team of people. A team. So Katie must think she, in her lone self, is a team of people. That's delusions of grandeur, you know. In Amber's explanation of this team of people to take her down because they're bitter, this sounds to me like she's suspecting that the team of people who are aiming to take her down are the people who approach Katie with the audio tapes, not Katie herself, because those are the people who are personal to Amber, the ones who were a part of her life. Those are the ones who would be bitter. Why would Katie be bitter? Like, why would Katie think that that's about her? She was just a tool that was being used. And I'm not saying that Andrew was this, I think his name was Andrew. I'm not saying Andrew was wrong for releasing the tapes. I'm not saying that at all. I have no opinion on that. Whatever. That's between them. It's none of my business. It's not my right. It's not my place to say it. Whatever. But like it or not, right or wrong, he reached out to Katie because Katie was a tool for him. I like saying that. It's funny. As it came out of my mouth, I'm like, that's good. Katie was a tool for Andrew. Anyways, that's all, you know. But she's thinking it's all about her. She's put herself in this situation. I am not this team of people who want to take you down, Amber. I can't believe you said that about me. No, you're not. You're the tool. You're the fucking tool.
I've never shown up at her house. I've never tried to hurt, physically harm her.
And you tell your fans that you're not going to talk about me. You tell your fans you're not going to give information that isn't yours. Well, you did give information. Your name is connected to certain things. There's sources that have already come out against you. You just don't know about yet.
Again, she's threatening me, saying that I've given out information that wasn't hers. She's threatening me and saying that people that I've given.
Well, you did give information. Your name to give information that isn't yours. Well, you did give information. Your name is connected to certain things. There's sources that have already came out against you. You just don't know about yet.
Again, she's threatening me, saying that I've given out information that wasn't hers. She's threatening me and saying
Amber said that Katie gave out information that wasn't hers, meaning Katie gave out information that wasn't Katie's. She interprets that to be Amber said I gave out information that wasn't Amber's. No, I think that the point that it was Amber's and not Katie's is the whole point of this. So I'm guessing that Katie's agreeing with Amber there. I don't know.
that people have come forward. I have receipts that you're doing things. I know what you're doing. All of these are unveiled threats. And she's again saying this to
Says the fucking queen of unveiled threats.
2,500 people. And while I am very concerned about those threats, I know her history. I have her judgment, obviously, from the court that calls her a violent offender. And I'm fearful.
Yep. A fearful rat.
And I don't like to say that lightly. So I sent that information to the prosecutor.
Yeah, she
All
had
of it.
popped
All
back
of the
smile.
videos. I sent screenshots of things threats I've received from her fans. She is on probation, and she's not to things that all of it. All of the videos. I sent screenshots of threats I've received from her fans. She is on probation.
Why would she send in threats from third parties that have nothing to do with Amber? Why? Just because they're fans of Amber? Why would she send that into the DA as evidence to be used against Amber? That's crazy.
And she's not supposed to be committing crimes while she is on probation. She should not be threatening people while she's on probation.
Because in Katie's world, when someone from Minnesota makes a claim against you while you're on probation, you're already convicted and punished without even so much as a police report.
The prosecutor saw it and they said, yep, absolutely. This will be sent to her probation officer.
I don't understand that. What did they say? Yep, absolutely to what? Yep, absolutely to you can send it. Yep, absolutely to we will look at it. Yep, absolutely to you're fucking crazy. I don't know.
Officer, if there's anything else or if anything else comes up, let me know. If you feel like you are unsafe, please contact your police and file a police report. Which, I still don't know where to do that. So I'm still the prosecutor's still helping me with that.
Yeah, I'm not used to having to call my own local
police. What do you mean the prosecutor's helping you with that? Wouldn't the prosecutor just tell you where to go do that? The prosecutor is not going to help you do that. They're just going to say, you go to your local precinct and file that police report. I don't think they're going to say, yeah, fly on down here and give it to us. No, of course not. What the fuck were they helping you with?
Around me do that for me when they call them on me.
But you guys, I'm a reporter. I'm protected under the First Amendment. I am reporting on a public story. Yes, do I add my opinion?
And by opinion, I mean myself to the story.
Yes, but I also state that I have opinions. Do I present the facts? Yes.
Well, the facts as I see them.
Have I been sensitive to the victims in this case? Yes.
I've been very considerate of the victim in this case. Once I made myself the victim in this case.
Don't get mad that I block you. No one would want to hear that kind of stuff. And I shouldn't have to take that kind of verbal abuse from anyone. I would never verbally abuse you.
Why would I do that when I can just tell lies about you?
Not wanting to deal with the heat that's on her. She's deflecting.
I am kind of an expert in deflection.
In my opinion, onto me and to anyone else so that she doesn't have to be the one to blame. Sometimes the hardest thing in life is admitting that you're wrong.
Well, unless you're never wrong.
Now, Grace said that she thought it was odd because we saw the other outlets like the Ashley and Us Weekly who talked about the audio, but she didn't actually, the network didn't actually show the audio from my site, which is who released it. I was the first outlet that reported it. I was the one that was provided it. In fact, I'm going to share some more audio with you tonight. I was provided more than 15 clips.
I just want to address that in here in chat. Right? Sex Pistols, right? Excellent music choice. Dirty Uncle Sal says. Yeah. Oh my God. I loved punk from the 80s. I was in a band in the late 80s. I was a drummer, and we're a punk rock band because I sucked on drums, and that punk from back then, you didn't need to be good. So we played Sex Pistols and shit because I sucked. Good times. And yes, John, this was before I discovered douche canoe bandanas. Okay, play. Why did you play?
I possess audio that has not even been released yet.
And this audio, unlike the other audio, was not recorded on the Ring cam. Therefore, Amber had no idea that this was being recorded.
The audio comes out, and suddenly there's all this attention on Amber, and then Amber's online. She screams at me on Instagram lives a lot of times, right? And in those Instagram lives, she says that she's going to sue me. She's going to show up at my house. So she said, you made 10K, and that's a lot of money for you, girl, but that's not a lot of money for me. But I made you that money. And I don't know how she even came up with that number. She threatened to sue me. She said, I know where you live. I don't even remember all the things that she said.
No shit.
True, and literally you make a lot of money off of clicks. And for you, honey, it's a lot of money. Because you don't have a job. I know you don't have a job. I know your email. I know your address, because we had to get that for court reasons. And all types of things like that. Not for anything else. I wasn't the one that got it anyways. It was literally, and I mean, you look tired. Yeah, I am really tired, guys. I'm super tired. I barely sleep at night because of this. I mean, literally, I'm trying to move forward, and it seems like there's a whole team of people that just want to abuse me over and over and over again because they are bitter. For some odd reason. But I mean, obviously,
Andrew did everything. He took care of the house. He did the laundry. He was going shopping. He was running errands. He was taking care of James. And on top of that, he was taking care of Amber. And on top of that, Amber wasn't spending any time with her son.
Why does that sound familiar? Why do I feel like I know another family where the father takes care of the kid and the mother and the house and everything while the mother hangs out in a room all day?
Ashley sat on a story, and I called her out for it. Ashley knew that Amber had punched him in the face in August 2018. She knew because MTV told her. I called her out on that. I said, why wouldn't you report that, Ashley? Do you think MTV might have said, you don't get to talk about that, Ashley? Because I think Ashley gets kickbacks from MTV.
Yeah, because everyone knows that if you want a reporter to not report something, you first tell them all about it.
You don't know anything.
As soon as I heard that, I'm like, did she hear what she just said? MTV told her about that. MTV told her how Amber punched Andrew, and Ashley didn't report it because MTV didn't want her to. Why would they then tell her? Why would they first tell her about it and say, oh, by the way, we don't want you to report it. We know that you're like a reporter and like you are the thing that will put our shit out on blast. So let's tell you all about our shit and then tell you not to put it on blast and expect you to listen. Holy shit.
Blah, blah, blah. Because I have had so much hate. And you guys wonder why I'm dragged all the time. It's because of this. It's because of Amber. She told her fans to go after me, and they do, and they still do. They are in groups on Facebook. They are all over Twitter. She even sent Matt.
Wait a second. So he wasn't my friend first?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to keep coming at me and being like, Katie, oh, and I'm being like, she's such a bitch. I can't believe it. Share and tag MTV makes them accountable. So Harley.
Technically, that's not me encouraging viewers to go mass attack someone.
Harley, I love you. She just had a baby. She just had a baby. She had a baby. And when you just blindly support someone and you don't hold them accountable, that's called enabling.
And I have the best enablers. Okay, now it's time for member.
Okay, so that's that. Oh yeah.
For shout outs. I'd like to thank JJ, Skyvision, Karma Kid 101, Sleepy Superhero, Shaz Z, Mingo Mish, Camilla, Karen Bluebird, Leah, Carolyn Pierce, Laura Nelson, Gary McLaughlin, Jeanette Stevens, Yellow Submarine, Sarah Loves Donuts, Mary HB, Lil Red Y'all, SS, Dottie Morgan, Kelly Gentry, Not All Who Wander, Enough is Enough, Chanley Dish, Chicken Cakes, Lady Law, Susan, Crystal, Pink Flamingo, Stacy Bloomberg, Claire S. Bear, Lizzie Stardust, Noah Lani, Babibity Babidi Boo, Aussie Mum, Jen Gerard, Sensibly Morbid, Angie Dare One, Poodlerific, Larissa M, T King, Tina Colry, Rena Rue, and Yoo-Hoo Shoo. Thank you again for becoming members.
I love hearing all those names. It's so cool. I am a little surprised to hear Lizzie Stardust there, though. I don't think she likes me too much. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, let me close that out. Let me look at something real quick here. I'm seeing him get a message from someone. Where's my message? I can't. My shit's way too fucking slow. It drives me nuts. All right. Let me look at this real quick, and then I'm going to move on. What were you right about? What was the date? 6/10. Whoa, what happened on the 31st? I'm sorry, I'm looking at a screenshot of Katie Joy's Social Blade, and it's a summary from like 5/27 to 6/10, and she lost, was it 309 subs on the 31st, and then 109 subs on the 10th. What's that following? But wait. There's more though. If you look over there on the screenshot to the person who sent it to me, it says followers and following. Wait, what is this for? Is this for Instagram? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. It's not YouTube, it's Instagram. So here, I'm going to share this. All right. Okay, so here's the screenshot that was just shared with me. This is Katie Joy's Instagram. Right here, Instagram stats summary user statistics for Without a Crystal Ball 2023 from 5/27 to 6/10. Okay, so followers and following. So she lost 6 there on the 28th, 309 on the 31st, and 190 on the 10th. But I'm looking at the following. She unfollowed 2 people on the 1st, and then 1 person on the 9th. Now, for granted, these three people, I don't know if they could have blocked her, which then would have caused her to stop following. Maybe that's the case. Or maybe these accounts just deactivated their shit. Maybe that's the case. So Katie could no longer follow them because there's no account there to follow. Or possibly Katie actively herself chose not to follow. I don't know, but I kind of wish I did know. I would like to know. I would. So yeah, it's interesting.
Okay. Oh, she's posting about Frida now. Oh, we're going to look at some more screenshots here real quick. Do you think that's her? I don't know. I don't know if that's her. This. Wait, what is that from? Is that Twitter? Twitter stats. Oh, that's from 2022. Okay. I thought for a second that she reactivated Twitter. So I guess Katie Joy's going nuts deleting comments right now on her Instagram. I have examples of some right here, I think, or something. Let's see. Wait, is that on Facebook or Instagram? It's on Instagram. So yeah, it looks like not everyone that supports a candidate. I don't understand. Oh, the 13 comments are gone. 29 likes. I don't know if that's the same one or not. Okay, it looks like maybe she's deleting comments. I don't know. Could be. But what changed on this? Oh, okay, I see. All right. So, all right, there's a post she did. Is this Facebook or I think it's Instagram? All right, so here, let me share this. All right, so she's editing posts, which she always does. If you look at her Facebook post, you'll see the 3 bars up on the right of the post. If you click on that, a drop down menu will come down and it'll say view edit history. It'll only say that if there is an edit history, but almost like all of her posts have an edit history. It's interesting. Several versions. So you'll see as you click on that, you'll see like 5, 6 different versions right in a row. And they'll tell you information too about each version. Like say version 1 got like this many likes, and then version 2 got this many likes, like they break shit down for you. Anyway, so here's this. So this screenshot here is showing that it was edited. So she had it up 3 minutes and then an hour later it had been edited. This is all the same though, it looks like, but here's where the differences are. So the original said he will be indicted in DC as well for his role in January 6, 2020, when he tried to overthrow our democracy. And then she added, he will be indicted in DC as well for his role in January 6, 2021. Wait, 2021. Oh my gosh, she's an idiot. She had the wrong date. Oh my God. Okay. Well, at least she corrected it. When he tried to overthrow our democracy, hope he's charged with treason.
Let's see. Okay, look at those later. So I'm scrolling up here through the messages and to the screenshot. When you ask any idea what happened this week, and you show the 309 and the 6 for 528 and 531. My suggestion would be to look at who she was following and who she stopped following for whatever reason. See if you can figure that out, because that might tell you what happened that week. Okay, so all right. I'm going to move on here. Now, I know that my channel has consisted of talking about Katie Joy and probably even nonsense quite a bit over the course of my channel's existence, but I do want to expand that, and I do want to talk about some other people. And I don't know how or why or when or who will pique my interest or will catch my interest or whatever. It won't, there may not be any rhyme or reason why, like, I'll find the actions of this person interesting and not the actions of this person, and I'm sorry. I'm weird. I don't know. But, it may even depend on the kind of day I'm having, but I came across something on Facebook, and immediately this caught my interest because I don't know why. And I don't want to harp on this person too much, because I have no doubt that she's feeling it. Like, I have no doubt that she's going through the hardships that she's claiming to go through. I have no doubt about that. But I'm still going to fucking talk about this. I don't care. So there's this person on Facebook, and she reminds me of, the hell was her name? Megan Redshaw or something, I think. She kind of reminds me of her. Megan if I get the name right, Megan Heimer or Redshaw or whatever. She's like a, I don't know, social media influencer or whatever, who was pushing a lot of anti-vax rhetoric, pseudoscience, that kind of shit. And she had like this alternative, like, I don't know, health website and blog and shit, and she was selling a bunch of shit. But what caught my attention of her, like, she was just like a dime a dozen for as far as that shit goes in the whole realm of like the pseudoscience alternative health field. But what caught my attention, where she stood out, was her drive and her incentive to adopt these 2 kids from Africa. And then when she got them, how she went about bitching about the shit that came with them, and how her husband left her. So then she was by herself raising these kids, and she had a baby, and I think another baby or some shit. I forget what it was. She had a shitload of kids suddenly when, and her husband up and left her, because her husband realized she was fucking crazy. That's kind of who this person reminds me of, though, is what I'm saying. So over on Facebook, there was this post that someone shared, and I started reading I read the post as a post of someone who shared it. And then I read the comments. Now the comments were people commenting on the person who shared it. This is the original post here that I'm going to read. So, and again, this isn't without compassion. I do have some compassion, but it's limited, I think. So this person, and I want to say here right now, don't contact this person. Don't go seeking this out on Facebook. Don't go messaging her or anything like that. Please don't. It's especially not because you've seen it on my channel or something. I mean, please don't. I'm not that important to affect your actions like that. Don't let me do that. I don't know. I just feel like this needs to be discussed, though. So like I say in my about section or whatever here for the channel, how it's just discussing, people, human behavior, whatever, of when we do some shitty things or when we are whatever, fucked up or something. And I'm the first one to admit that includes me, like, more often than I will probably admit. But this right here. So Paige Hearn is her name. Okay. She is she's actually a figure or whatever, an influencer, if you will, on Facebook. Anyways, she has her own page where I got it over here. Let me pull it up real quick. Where is it? All right. Queen City Strength. She's owner and CEO at Queen City Strength, and it's like a workout type of regimen. I'm guessing that's what it looks like. But I also want to say one thing though. There is one thing though that I see all throughout her profile or her page or whatever that I find completely commendable, and I would thank her for doing this. And I think she deserves any and all accolades for her doing this, regardless of where she may be doing fucked up shit elsewhere. There's nothing fucked up about her doing this. She helps rescue and adopt and find forever homes for pups, specifically pit bulls, it looks like. And I don't care what you do, what else you do in life. Yeah, you may be fucked up for your other shit, but I thank you for doing that. I do. I so thank you for doing that. On behalf of my Punchy, I thank you for doing that. So, because I do believe that she should deserve credit where credit is due. This said, though, this just screams entitlement to me. So, June 6th, she writes, "This is goodbye. I would love to tell you that we have spent the last few days soaking in the joy of being new parents. But our birth mom changed her mind at discharge, and they took our little girl." And let me say, I have no doubt that was heart-wrenching, traumatizing. It was just devastating for her. I don't doubt that. I'm not at all criticizing her for that. I understand that. I do. But I just wonder, what was her intention, though? Because as I read on, instead of coming home to her room, she went away to an empty RV with only the outfit she was wearing. No crib, no clothes, no books, no bassinet, no nothing. Her home is as empty as our hearts. There is no greater pain than losing a child. And while we're so thankful that she's okay, we have lost her and we're not okay. And I don't doubt that they're not. I think they have every right to not be. The pain in our hearts hurts so deep that our bodies physically ache. We can't eat or drink because it does not go past the lump in our throats. I have hundreds of messages asking about her and sending love and congratulations, but I can't even look at them. I don't want to go public. I don't want to have to explain this. I don't want to hear people say they are sorry. We spent 5 months remodeling our house and getting her room ready, but now our house no longer feels like a home. Carrying that empty car seat out of the hospital and into our house was the hardest steps I've ever taken in my life. I keep praying she will change her mind, but I'm truly struggling with my faith. How can God do this to us? What have I possibly done to deserve such heartache? And here's where I start to, as I read this, my mind starts to do the 180. I'm like, this wasn't something done to you. This wasn't about you. It wasn't. I get that in your mind, in your life, it was about you. And sure, I get that, and it should be. But to the rest of everyone else, it wasn't about you. It's about this child. And I'm going to keep reading, because there's some explanation there too. I found my husband on the floor in her room, reading her books and just sobbing. My son held me so close, crying on my shoulder, and said, "Mom, you're too kind for this world, and it's a blessing and curse, but please don't let this change you. The world needs more people like you to be in the light, to be a light in the dark." I fucked that up. I quite literally melted to the floor. Like, I don't care what age this kid is. There's no fucking way that kid said that. I'm sorry. Sorry. But how do you not let this change you? I'm cold. I'm numb. I'm broken. I'm angry. I'm crushed. And I don't even know how to start picking up the pieces and moving forward. We need time. And I don't know how long it will take or if I'll ever find a way to get back to being me. I'm not going to be responding to anything gym, rescue, or school board related. Please don't reach out for help right now because I can't even help myself. Please pray for our hearts. Please pray for the baby and her mother. We don't even know what her name is because we asked her not to use our name. Please respect that we need time and space. I'm not going to be on social media, and to be perfectly honest, I only picked up my phone just now to make this post so people stop asking about her. I don't know how she is. I don't know where she is. And ever since our world came crumbling down around us, I don't even know who I am. So please don't ask. And I'm not going to show the following screenshots because they're of the baby and it's not their baby. And I hate to, it's not. So I don't want to show somebody else's kid. But there's more. Okay. Because I understand many of you are probably reading this and thinking, Aaron, what are you doing? This is pretty fucked up to be talking about this the way you are. Let me continue. Okay. Because here's the thing. She wasn't entitled to this child. This wasn't, from what I understand, the birth mother was in a domestic violence situation and didn't want to bring a child into that. But before she gave birth, she left that situation. That's why she's living in an RV, mind you. And she's perfectly capable of taking care of the child. Like even in this next post, you're going to see this person here even admit to that. She's perfectly capable of it. So ideally, wouldn't this child ideally want to be with the birth mother if that's feasible? If not, then sure, yeah, I get the sacrifice and I get how this child can grow to appreciate and love the fact that she was raised in a home, that could better give her a life and everything. I get that. But I think every child who's been adopted, if they could have been, safely or whatever, they would have wanted to have been raised in their birth family, right? I mean, those who can't be for whatever reason are appreciative and thankful and see the adopted parents oftentimes as godsends. I get that. But if the godsend isn't needed, is my point. Okay. Anyways, let me move on. So then this is the next post. This post was from yesterday. So she says, wow, this is my last post on this topic, but holy cow, the world is full of cruel and evil people that would judge you when they know nothing about you and take great pleasure in trying to kick you while you're already down. Now, people know an awful lot about her because she puts it all out on social media, on her Facebook. It's another situation like Dre McCray, what Dre McCray wants to say, you judge me, you don't even know me, but yet people do get to know you the more you show them you. So, why does a post asking for time and space go viral and post trying to help the community get crickets? So could I have worded the announcement differently? Yes. Was it an attack on the birth mother or her ability to take care of that precious little girl? No. It's called pure, unfiltered, raw emotion. And your interpretation of it is just that, your interpretation. I'm absolutely blown away by the sheer volume of people who know nothing about me, attacking everything I say. I've been accused of trying to steal a child. I've been called the devil. I've been told that I don't deserve to have children. And let me just say, if any of these things were said to her, that's fucked up, and she didn't deserve to hear that, plain and simple. At least, even if some of those things might arguably maybe be somewhat true, don't fucking say them, especially now, I've been told that I should die, especially that. No one ever needs to hear that. And they should take my son. I'm being called a racist predator, and the list goes on and on. All of this because I said the baby we had prepared for months was going home to an empty RV. All because I said that? That's nothing. Like, oh my God. That is a fact. She had nothing because she had been telling us for 5 months that she did not want another child, not because she's incapable of taking care of her. Never once did I say that she's a bad mother or unable to provide for her. I have no ill feelings toward the birth mother, but that does not mean that I'm not allowed to be hurt. And she's right. She's absolutely allowed to be hurt. Absolutely. No one's taken that away from her. I have no doubt that this was crushing. I cannot fathom the pain of losing a child. And if my post was disrespectful to those that have endured that suffering, for that, I'm truly sorry. For me, having to say goodbye to her after preparing for her arrival, watching her enter the world and holding her for 2 days thinking she was coming home with us was a pain unlike anything I've ever felt. I would not wish that hurt on anyone. And I have no doubt that there was a pain unlike anything she'd ever felt. But she was losing being a mother to this child. She wasn't losing this child being in the world. You know what I mean? And that's where I think a lot of people might take issue with this, is that she's acting like she's having to get over and deal with like this loss of a child. And what she's losing and having to get over is this loss of being a mother to the child. She still gets to know and maybe even see or hear or learn about at some point in the future this child in the world, you know? I think anyone who's ever lost a child would give anything to even have that situation. Even if they couldn't be a mother to their child, they would more than anything just want their child to be in the world. So, the constant barrage of hateful comments from people literally all over the world is quite bizarre. I feel sorry for anyone who finds joy in attacking strangers for what they think or say differently. For those of you who know nothing about me and wish ill will on my family, I'll pray for you. I can't imagine being so miserable that you find joy in trying to hurt people, and my heart breaks for you. For those of you who are both strangers and friends who continue to pray for guidance, we appreciate you more than you will ever know. For the number of keyboard warriors spewing hate on my posts, there are twice as many people sending texts and private messages of support. The kind people just tend to be a little less confrontational and a lot more rational. Okay. Now I'm going to pull up her Facebook page. Now that post was yesterday, mind you, and June 6th was the first post, okay? Which she's devastated. She can't be on social media. She can't help anyone, okay? So don't ask her for any fucking help. She can't do it. All right, so here's her page. January 10th. Have you said or done something kind for someone today? Then this is a screenshot of a liberal friend's post from yesterday. I'm respectful enough to delete her name, but please, for the love of God, someone tell me what's happening to our society. This is the 8th. What is this about? Boggles my mind how many women have a problem with a woman, but have had no problem with a man. Oh my God. Okay. And then again on the 6th. So I respect all my friends regardless of their political stance. And I typically post my opinion on my page and don't really comment or engage after that. However, I was there literally front and center today. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's right. I looked something up. I have the search filters on. I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember this. Okay, my bad. Let me do this. Okay. Posts. Here we go. My bad. Here's what she's been posting. These ladies are doing amazing work right here in whatever valley. Please follow and support their mission. See, this is what I'm talking about. This shit right here. This is awesome. Oh my God. I fully support these posts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Our sweet little Berkeley. Okay. So she's trying to get money to get surgery for this dog. Then go show some love to Matt today. The man is doing great things for his community. Then she changed her profile picture 12 hours ago. And another cute doggy. Then the plot thickens. I had no idea I had a sister. The world is crazy. I don't even know what the hell that's about. And we need a couple of people to help. This is 15 hours ago. We need a couple of people to help get the playground that was donated taken apart in Craigsville. Yeah, okay. Troll bunch. Choose kindness. Get ready for next class. Today's adventure with Minnie was it. That's okay. I'm not criticizing these posts. These posts should always be up. Please pray for Haiti. Who's coming with us? Who's helping us get ready? This is a day ago. Leaving 6:30 and returning 7:02. This time we're taking medical supplies and going to do a cookout. From what I gather,
is what they do is they go to Philadelphia and they treat and provide things to the homeless, which I think is commendable. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to touch on that in a minute. This is, I think, her son, the one who said it, how she's a light in the dark. Man, it's nice having this young man back home for a couple months, even if I think his favorite part is the food. I get their life goes on. I get that. But one day she's devastated. She can't deal with social media. The next she's all about advertising herself and such. You know, I don't know. So please open your eyes and look at what's happening to our world. Suffering is everywhere, and so many just turn a blind eye. I know words to describe how bad it is. Okay, again, the homeless people. So this is where I start to take issue with this a little bit, though, because it's like she's using the shit for content rather than just wanting to do good. I feel like she's a Katie Joy kind of advocate, maybe. So she's saying, when we found Amanda yesterday, she was unresponsive. Her pulse was very weak and she was barely breathing. Sternum rubs were not phasing her, and we were calling 911 when one of the other ladies that was talking to, I think, her husband, came over and gave her mouth to mouth. The 3 breaths were enough to bring her back to life, but she almost died. I had watched several people just step over her before I realized she had overdosed and was not sleeping. Overdosed on what? I'm guessing heroin. Mouth to mouth isn't going to stop an overdose, though. It's not. 3 breaths. Okay. I had watched several people to walk over. Was not sleeping. When she came to and started talking to us, someone had stolen her book bag with everything she owned. Can you imagine being so lost that everything you owned was in a bag that was stolen? I don't know. I can't imagine being so lost that I overdosed in a park and people just walked over me and someone gave some stranger blew in my mouth 3 times and brought me back to life. That's what I would have a hard time dealing with, I think. Not the book bag, but that's just me. Okay, dog. Yes, good dog post. That's the post I just read. Pay attention to those around you who are suffering and do not assume you know anything about the struggle they are facing. Then she's talking about going to Philadelphia again. Okay, so we're leaving for another trip to Kensington Avenue to share a glimmer of hope to people that have given up. If you're not aware of what's going on in Philly, do some research. It's bad. It's really bad. And it's not just a Philly problem. This is an American problem because people are coming from all over the East Coast seeking this life of desolation and desperation because it's just allowed here. So I'm sorry, is she blaming the people for being there homeless and desolate, or is she trying to help them rise above that? This trip we're going to set up a grill and serve hot food and cold drinks to the square. We will also be setting up a station for wound care, cleaning, and bandages. So we welcome more folks with medical background. I feel like she's treating this as like her own personal UN trip or something. This trip is something you're going to need to prepare mentally, physically, emotionally, because I can assure you it's unlike anything you've ever witnessed. Donations can be dropped off at Queen City Strength anytime in the glass foyer. Use a book bag. Okay, gives a list of things needed. I don't even know what that's of. I don't know. Harry says, I need to focus my energy on something positive, so I'm planning another mission to Philly before the end of this month. If you're interested, okay. What is this? What does it say? The song's giving me trying so hard to be okay, but we're not okay. I mean, I know there's a lot of comments and shit. I don't want to get into the comments, so yeah, and I don't want to show that. Okay. Damn it. No, fuck it. I want to read the post though. So
Oh, that's the goodbye one. Already read. Okay. All right. She's perfect. We're head over heels in love. God is so good, Mom. We appreciate. Okay, here she says, our speed and agility camp for tomorrow is being postponed to next Thursday because tomorrow we're having a baby. But class is still on for tonight. Okay. I love this saying, and in return, I also offer the same respect. We can find common ground or we can agree to disagree, but I will never try to shove my opinion down your throat. She was at the insurrection, mind you. I just want to throw that out there. That being said, I'm sure there are going to be people who find this gross or weird, just like there will be people who find it amazing and beautiful. I respect both of your opinions, but would appreciate if you keep the negativity to yourself. Adoption has been a long and stressful road, and we're still waiting on the birth of our baby girl any day now. When we first found out about 14 weeks ago that we might be bringing home a newborn, I immediately started doing research on adoption, formula, milk banks, vaccines, and everything baby that you can think of. One of my primary concerns was what we would feed her. I had breastfed Aiden, but that didn't seem like an option for her daughter. I was not finding anything good in infant formula, and I had no idea where to start looking for milk banks or support. Okay. My friend Kate, you can absolutely breastfeed your baby if that's what you want to do. What? How is that possible? It's been 18 years. I'm forever grateful for that conversation because over the last 14 weeks, I've worked really hard to relactate so that I can provide for our baby when she arrives. I am simply amazed at what women's bodies are capable of doing for our children. What? I didn't read this post before, I'll be honest. So all this being said, if you see me nursing our adopted daughter and it bothers you, then please look away. If you see me nursing our daughter and you think it's as incredible as I do, then feel free to let me know. It has taken countless painful hours of pumping and herbal supplements and doctor appointments to make this happen. It's been physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausting because progress is very slow, and it's been so hard not to give up. I'm still not 100% sure I will be able to provide everything she needs. So please save the negativity and share the love. I don't know what my opinion is on that right now. I don't know. I don't know. I think I need to think about that. I got some updated. I can't even read that now. Lord, I miss being in the mountains of Haiti, surrounded by friends who have become family. I miss the fresh air and the mountain views. I miss the fellowship and faith that refreshes my spirit. I miss holding all the babies. I miss the smiling faces and hugs that you feel deep in your soul. I miss the gratitude. I miss the heat and the long hours at the clinic trying to make sure every patient was seen. I miss the laughter coming from the schools and the music echoing through the mountains from the church. Most of all, I miss the children, their innocence and their appreciation for the little things in life that we take for granted every single day. Please take me back. Okay. What? We had this very sweet man offer to detail our car a while back as a thank you for all we do for animals. If you're in rescue and you know that can be a daunting task for a vehicle, okay. At the time, I thought it was very kind, but I felt bad asking. What? You sell everything from baby calves to parvo pumps and snapping turtles. Right, fast forward to we're having a baby and deep cleaning everything while trying to save some money. And of course, I can't find the business card. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to show this picture because I'm not sure all those kids in the picture there are not minors. But the OG Queen City young athletes are graduating today. How's that possible? I'm missing a few in these photos, but it has been such a pleasure to help these boys get started and watch them grow into the young men they have become. We're so proud of each and every one of you. I don't know. I just think that that's weird. I don't know. To post those pictures on social media. I don't think I would want someone posting my kid at 15 or whatever. I don't think I would. Okay, here we go. This is really starting to. I think I understand and I fully support helping the homeless and everything, but I feel like she's doing it as content on her social media, and she's white savioring herself. She's making herself a white savior because that's what she wants to be. I feel like. After our last trip, I have decided that we must do more to educate people and find a solution. I've been praying for someone to help us get the word out, and our prayers have been answered. Thank you, April and Steve. Check out this article. The first of a series that's going to cover their stories and our efforts to make a positive impact. Stay tuned for more. This is Lucy. We have seen Lucy on every trip except this one, and I fear the worst for her. In June, she had fallen asleep and had her book bag with everything she owned stolen. She was literally down to the clothes and back. Well, why didn't she say anything about how she had overdosed and someone brought her back to life in 3 breaths? It seems weird to leave that out. She was literally down to the clothes on her back and the knee on her arm. In November, she had been joined by her brother and father to endure a winter on the streets. We looked for her this last week, and she was not in any of her normal spots. We met Lolita last June. She was... no one belongs in the street, but Lolita just really didn't belong there. She had such a beautiful soul and energy. She was always helping others and watching people's back in the world where anything goes. And nothing and no one is safe. She was a beacon of hope. We talked for a long time. She told me her whole story, and I shared my life story with her. You know what? They don't want to hear your life story. We are worlds apart, but we had so much in common. We cried together and laughed together, and she hugged me with a sense of gratitude I could feel in my soul. We hugged and we cried together, and I could feel how thankful she was for me. I could feel her gratitude in my soul. Anyway, I gave her all my contact info and have prayed every day that I'll get a text or a call from her saying, guess what? I'm free. I did it. We have not seen her since that trip in 2022. That's the same one. That's the same post. What is this? She was running for school board. What the fuck? What? We as parents need to do better. I would encourage you to look up the effects of digital addiction and the developmental and behavioral issues that it creates. Leaders, this field refer to this as digital cocaine, both due to the level of addiction and the damage caused to the brain. Limit or eliminate screen time. Do not allow access to social media or the internet. Let's get back to being present in their lives and talking and playing without the devices. Good luck. What the fuck? Administration, both in the school and out, need to do better in offering the support to teachers managing
out of control kids while still trying to provide an education to the other students. They also need to do better at getting the child the help they need. So you think that that's going to be removing the internet from their lives? You think that's going to make things easier for teachers? Really? Fuck. It's crazy. Anyway, okay. I want to go back and look at some of the hair there. Wait a minute. Okay. I want to look at some of these comments on her post because that's where I learned information about what it was that went down with this adoption. Okay. I want to see the comments here quick. Let's go down. What? It's illegal in the state of Pennsylvania to drive a car along a road or highway without the doors equipped. So like a Jeep Wrangler it's illegal for you to drive that down the road in Pennsylvania. Is that what am I reading that right? That's fucking crazy. Oh shit, I didn't know that the adopted mother was a family member of hers. Family member of yours flees a domestic violence situation, decides to keep their baby, and you play the victim and bash them on Facebook. So people on Facebook bash you. Karma seems fair, yet it's still not enough for you. You feel since you're better off that you're entitled to that baby. Can't even be happy for the mom, only bash her and trying to gain sympathy for yourself. See, I'm not even saying she needs to be happy for the mom. She doesn't need to be. She should be happy for that baby. Even if she's very unhappy for herself, which I understand that. And that first post did come off as though she was bashing the mom. It did. Because after I read that, I kind of I accepted the picture of this mom being that she was poor, probably living off of social services. Maybe there was at some point like a drug or problem or something, or lack of education problem. Like this is what I pictured in my head as she described her living in an RV and had nothing for her kid and yada yada, but that's clearly it come to find out that's not the case. And that's the thing. Yeah, she brought that conversation to Facebook, but this post is not part of that conversation. All right, they all right. I mean, I can maybe agree with that. I can agree with that. Yeah. So I got pinwheel. That's why I'm not doing anything. I want to look at comments for those posts though, real quick, and I might wrap this up. So.
Sorry, pinwheel again. Here we go. Did I pass that already? No, there we go. This is it. Okay, this is the one I want to read the comments for. Oh, wow, there's a shitload of comments. Oh, my God. Okay. Come on. See, the way she talks about this is that, like, see, I don't get the impression that she and her husband were seeking adoption when they came across the situation. I get the impression that they were not at all thinking adoption, and then they came across the situation, and then they thought, well, why don't we just adopt the kid? And I feel like they likely kind of talked the mother into it. And so the mom found herself in a different situation upon giving birth to her child, and also upon giving birth to her child, decided she didn't want to give the child up for adoption. And it's a risk that I think every adoptive parent takes. And and don't get me wrong, I have no doubt that it is just soul wrenching when it doesn't happen. I don't doubt that. And I don't fault anyone for being just devastated by it. I just don't agree with how this person went about handling it, I guess. See, this right here, this person, we had the same situation happen to us. It's hard and heartbreaking as you have fallen in love with the child. We ultimately wanted what was best for the baby, even if it wasn't us. We told the baby's birth mom, and we were happy for her, and we wanted to support her in any way we could. A few months later, we had our own adopted bundle of joy and an amazing relationship with her birth mom, who allowed us to parent 2 more of her kids down the road. Keep loving people. The right baby is out there. See, and that's the thing. That's the first thing that went through my mind was when she said an empty RV. I thought, and I know she doesn't have to. I agree. She does not have to. She's not obligated to whatsoever. I see that. But if your concern is really the baby, then you would want the baby to have everything it needed and everything you wanted it to her to have, you know? And she talks about how the home doesn't feel like a home, and they brought the car seat and without a baby. I mean, I thought, why wouldn't you give the baby the car seat though still? And I get that that's a lot to ask or expect. I do. But I don't know. I just feel like if it was about the baby. What? Holy shit. That's, oh my God. I think I want to read that. TheOutspokenAdoptee.com. It's interesting. Words from an infant transracial adopt. So it sounds like maybe the baby that she was about to adopt was a different race, maybe? I don't know. This is absolutely disgusting and why pre-birth matching needs to be illegal. These hopeful baby buyers get so wrapped up in ownership of a human and their dreams, they can't even for 1 second see the pain they almost inflicted on a child and their birth mother. They're so selfish in their own pain that they can't see that a family was kept together. They're so hurt by not getting what they wanted that they would rather talk
pejoratively about how this child isn't living in a lavish new bedroom, but an RV. Yet this baby is now with the person who gave them life and is their only birth mother. That alone means everything to the child in the end. I think that might be true. Us infant adoptees that are taken from our mothers at birth suffer PTSD and abandonment trauma from that event. No amount of love that you can give us will take back that trauma that was caused. Adoptees are 4 times more likely to commit suicide, 8 times more likely to be killed by their adoptive parents. And we are also 10 times more likely to be essayed by our adoptive parents. Children are often rehomed here on Facebook, and they don't fit up to the expectations when they don't fit up to the expectations and desires of their adopters. Yeah, that's true. Start opening your eyes to the business that has been created that fulfills the needs, wants, and desires to become parents via the wombs of women in crisis. Yeah. Nobody is entitled to somebody else's child. Adoption is not a family building tool. You do not grow your family based off of another family in a temporary crisis. I think there's a lot of truth to that. I do think that adoption is a wonderful thing. But I understand people who can't have kids who want to adopt. I get that. And I get the desire to be a parent because you just want to be a parent, you know. I get that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like the baby, or the child should always come first, no matter how strong your desire to parent is. So, yeah. All right. I think these comments are a bit harsh, I do. But I don't think that they're entirely wrong. Yeah, that part. We don't even know what her name was. We just told her she can't not to use our name that we had picked out for the child. Like, I don't think that the birth mother really wanted to do that. Even if the birth mother loved the name they chose, I think the birth mother would have named their child anything but that name at that point. But it's kind of weird that they insisted that they didn't want the birth mother, or they didn't want this child to have the name that they chose for her. They wanted to keep that from the child. Like, huh, okay. All right. I think I'm going to wrap this up. So yeah, I'm going to look into this person a little bit more, because I don't know if I'm going to talk about her again or whatever, because I don't want to harm any of the help she's doing for the dogs. I don't want to do that, but she's got a lot of political opinions, and I don't want to get political. I don't care what your politics are, really, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to support the harming of others, or the turning a blind eye to the turmoil of others, or whatever, or the denial of rights to others. Like, that's my whole thing. I don't care what politics you are. These things that I'm talking about aren't politics in my mind. They're human rights. You know, I'm kind of on the side of human rights. I don't care where that falls in the political scheme of things. It should fall in the entire political scheme of things, but you know, whatever. That's all. So, all right, chat out. Let me go check out chat. Probably like drop my viewer base way down, but it's okay. Pinwheel. I'm waiting. Go away. All right, there we go. All right, who do we have here in chat still? Hi, John. Hey, Janie Mac. You missed all of the exciting talk of ice cream and milkshakes. Oh, yeah. We brought the blenders back out at work. For some reason, we didn't have them out all last year. So they're back out for the summer. We can make milkshakes and stuff again. Or like milkshake mudslides. Oh, so good. So good. Oh my God, I remember that, Sally. We only had VHF and UHF antennas when I was younger and black and white TV. We had color TV, but I remember the VHF and UHF things. I remember we had this one thing on the back of the TV that where you could switch between the two. It would be kind of like what would be considered like the source button now on the remote, kind of. Oh, that sounds good, John. If you like cherry cordials, you like 1/2 chocolate, 1/2 black cherry. What I'll do sometimes at work is I'll make a chocolate milkshake, but we have strawberry puree that we use for strawberry daiquiris. I'll pour some of that in there so it tastes like a chocolate strawberry milkshake. It's so good. Are you talking about Slinkies? Rolls downstairs alone or in pairs, rolls over the neighbor's dog. Rolls downstairs and over the chairs. I still remember the song for a fake ad from a Ren and Stimpy episode. It's One for Log by Blammo. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood, it's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Oh my God. Oh, I remember doing that with the pinwheels out the car window. Or putting them in front of a fan. I remember Fed Albert cartoons. I never really watched it, but I remember it being on. Speaking of ice cream and snacks and shit, the ice cream company was a Blue Bunny or something like that, Blue Bonnet. I can't remember. They make like these little mini ice cream cones, like individually wrapped in a box, like in your other frozen treat ice cream like stuff section. But there was one flavor that they don't have anymore. I don't think they make it. It was the birthday cake flavor. It was like this vanilla ice cream in the cone, and it had like this vanilla like plastic covering over the ice cream, and then I had rainbow sprinkles on it. I shit you not, I could polish off a box of those in like a half an hour. They were small, but yeah, you got like 12 of them in a box. Sure. Okay. So it'd be like 4 or 5 like big cones, but there was something about that ice cream that was so addicting. It was so good. Like you craved it. They had other flavors too. You can find the other flavors still in the stores, but the birthday cake one I can't find anymore. Wait, enjoy the membership. Oh, shit, I just say, I'm sorry, I didn't see that earlier. Sally, thank you so much for gifting memberships. Oh my God, that's awesome. So let's see who got them. Lisa, just Lisa. Jujubee, feeling kind of breezy. Nappy from Canada. Miranda. Peter Harrington. Straysky. King Yukon. Pearls Kate. Alexandra G. Yay, thank you so much. That's awesome. Did I get anything else? Oh my God. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Rizzo's wife. And thank you for becoming a member. Why? What's this? Oh my God. There's a new option on the chat where you can just click on fan funding and it'll list all the everything in case you missed them. I never even seen that before. It's so cool. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I used to, like, where I grew up, like right around the corner, and like I don't even know. It was like one city block away from my house. There was an ice cream shop there my entire life. We used to call it Dairy Aisle, but then they, I don't know, someone bought it out when I was younger, and it's been called Tasty Treat. And they have like the soft ice cream and everything, and the hard ice cream and stuff. And they make their own like watermelon sherbet. Fucking A. But when I was little, I used to love going there for hot fudge sundaes with hot fudge and marshmallow topping. Like, 'cause they had the liquid marshmallow topping. Oh my God, that shit was so good. And right now, like twice a season, they'll have what has become like my new favorite ice cream flavor. It's called Purple Cow, but it's grape ice cream flavor, but it tastes like Skittles. It's so good. Blue Bunny, I think they like making the mini stuff. Yeah, okay, Blue Bunny. That sounds right. I don't remember the Pinwheel song. You know, I grew up with Oreos always in my house. I really don't care for Oreos. I don't know. Like, any which way you want to eat them, I don't care for them. My mom loved Oreos, though. She, for as long as I can remember growing up, she had a very weird breakfast. She would, this is back in the 80s and 90s, a lot of people smoked, and they smoked in their homes. So she'd wake up, and with her morning cigarette, she always had a cup of tea, never coffee. Like, I don't think I've ever seen my mom drink coffee, but I've seen her drink tea like every day of my life. So she'd have a cup of tea with a little bit of sugar in it, and she would take Oreos and dip them in her tea and eat the Oreos. The chick, I don't think I've ever seen her weigh more than 130 pounds, mind you. And she was like maybe an inch or two taller than me. And that's what she had every day for breakfast, was Oreos dipped in tea. Funny. Actually, it doesn't taste bad, but it's probably the only way I could actually stomach Oreos, I'll be honest. It's disgusting, but I love it. Yeah. It's not, though. Like, it doesn't taste that bad. I don't know. Like, I can't imagine eating Oreos any other way, but I know it's weird. I know I say that to people and they're like, what? I get it. Mint Oreos and milk are decent. Okay. My grandma had a cigarette, brownie, and Coke for breakfast. Oh, was it was talking my son the other day how I was recalling in my YouTube shorts here, where I do like the conversations with Gregory, my son. This kind of stemmed off of one of those videos, so that the situation regarding one of those videos, and I was explaining to his aunt how one day, it was just like right after, a little while after, maybe a month or two or so after my father passed away. So my son was a senior in high school. I think he had just graduated, actually. So Michael and I, we went away for a night, and my son, he was no longer, he just graduated high school. So he's like 17, 18 years old. And so he, I didn't care. He stayed in the house, while we went away, and his friend came over and spent the night. So we came back earlier than I expected to.
So I walk in the house and it's just, we're tired or whatever. And I see brownies on the stove. I'm like, oh, cool. They make brownies. So I cut a brownie, go eat it. And, just chilling out, hanging out, watching TV there, relaxing. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me. I'm like, I'm high. Why the fuck am I high? How did I get high? I'm like, what the fuck? And then suddenly it came, it dawned on me, the fucking brownie. I'm like, it serves me right. What fucking idiot walks into a house the morning after two teenage boys had the whole place for themselves and they decided to make brownies? And what idiot looks at that and thinks, oh, those are just brownies. I'm going to have one. I'm like, I'm such an idiot. Teenage boys don't sit around making brownies for the fuck of it. No, they put pot in the brownies. That's why they make brownies. What the fuck? Like, why was I so stupid? I slept like most of that day away. It was a good day though. It was a real good day, I gotta say. Yeah, it never dawned on me. I'm like, son of a bitch. My son was all mad. He's like, where'd all the brownies go? I'm like, you can't leave brownies out when I'm around. I don't know what to tell you. I fucking hate. No, I would have fallen for that too. Like, I knew that he, fucked around with pot a little bit here and there. He was a 17, 18-year-old kid, he wasn't out of his mind with shit. He wasn't carried away or whatever, so, and he didn't drink or any shit like that. So I don't know. I just didn't expect to come in the house and eat a brownie and have it be laced with weed. Fuck. He made them good too. Like, he knew how to make them. But, all right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I need to go to sleep. My eyes are starting to get heavy and shit. I'm gonna start nodding off here in a minute. So I'm off tomorrow, but I'm planning on streaming at some point tomorrow. I don't know when. It'll be whenever I have an idea, whenever I can, whatever. I probably won't be till later on though. But I don't want to do late like I've been doing. I want to do earlier. I want to do like 9 o'clock or around there, maybe even earlier. I don't want to do it late tomorrow. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't like walnuts in my brownies. I'd rather have weed, I think. Anyway, okay. Good night, guys. Thanks for being here. I'll see you around.